Hey everyone, it's TB Shores. It is June the 28th, 2020. It's 7:09 p.m. I know it's been about a month, roughly, give or take, I'm not sure exactly, since I did the last video. And trust me when I say the Lord has had me everywhere. He has had me all over the Word, pulling things together, teaching me some things, opening some things up to me, and I am a bit overwhelmed with all the information, how to put it together, but I'm going to give an attempt here. Just pray the Lord will guide me through all this to get in the things He would have me to speak. But I'm in finding a place to start. We're going to go back. And bear with me. I know you're going to say, why are we going back there? We're going to go back to May 22nd because the Lord has shown me some things building upon that time and adding to, counting down, coming to dates, looking at time frames that all spurs off of that time frame, the May 22nd time frame. Now, one of the first things that I want to look at or explain, I guess is a better way to put it, is this last set of videos that I did back last month. Okay, excuse me, I'm going to pause that. It's all about the Lord teaching us some things, some important details that came out about Second Passover and Pentecost when the Holy Spirit came upon the disciples, and the significance of those things and how they do tie in together, and the significance of how it all fell on the calendar this year. Now we will pop back over there and look at that for just a minute. This is May 2020 calendar, and if you remember from the past videos, second Passover started on the 8th. The first week ended on the 15th. The second week ended on the 22nd, which was my date the Lord had given me over in this video. Now, we're going to pause right there picture-wise on this picture because I have something to say about that in a few minutes. And I might have just jumped ahead of myself a little bit. But first I want to talk about the purpose. Let's go back over here. The purpose of the 24 videos that were in the second Passover 2020 series. The purpose of that, like I was saying, it was to bring out specific points about second Passover and what they meant and the significance of them and how it ties into Pentecost, and the infilling of the disciples. We have to understand that as we come up to second Passover, we were in the counting of the Omer. Okay, that began back at first Passover, and it continued on until the 28th of May. Okay, and then the 29th of May was the day 50, which brought us to what is listed as Shavuot or Pentecost on the calendar. Okay, that would have been on May the 29th. So when we look back and trying to understand that God was showing us some important details about those things, one of the most important things to remember is what we took away from that is that in the time that we are in spiritually, we are in right now, we are in the time of the upper room, the waiting period, the time of coming into one accord. And I can see that happening in so many ways. Let's see, okay, we'll speak about the upper room first. And the coming into one accord. When I pop over to, let me pull up another window. Bear with me just a minute. When we go back and I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to be able, bear with me. I should have been a little more prepared. Forgive me for that. But I want to go back to my channel. Let's just go from here. And we want to pop over to the community section. So if you go to my channel and pop into the community section and scroll down, you will see that I have posted a video here by 278 Pike Lake that she posted yesterday. One heart now. And basically, just like I put right here, it's another word confirming we are at the time of the upper room waiting, time to come together in one accord, one heart. Be prepared for the infilling that is coming. Our Pentecost is about to arrive. We have to understand that just because these dates come and go, and we see certain things on the calendar come and pass, does not mean that the opportunity for that has passed with it. What it means is God is showing us on the calendar, particularly this year. This year's very significant. Yes, we see Shavuot every year, and we see second Passover on the calendar. We see these things every year. But this year was very significant, and he showed me how it was significant and all these things he had given me in the past and how they lined up on the May calendar for 2020. So my point I'm trying to make here is that we have come to the time of the upper room, and we are in that waiting period. We are to come to one accord with one another. And what I was saying about that is I see that happening because I'm just giving you some examples. We see this video of a word given to Barb here on 278 Pike Lake, where it's speaking to us. Now, she doesn't necessarily say that, but if you listen, if you understand what the upper room and the waiting period and the infilling is all about, you can clearly see that this word she received is confirming we are in the upper room, in that waiting period, and we're to be coming into one accord. There was another, trying to get to it. This one here is a word that was given to Patty Young a week ago. I posted this one. Again, it is confirming that we are in the upper room waiting period to be in one accord. So the fact that they're putting these words out that speak about, or that speak to understanding the upper room and the waiting and the coming together in one accord, I want to add to evidence that we are in the coming together as one accord process, because I have had 3 people to contact me that I do not speak with on a regular basis. As a matter of fact, let me think here. One I had never spoken to at all until she contacted me recently. The other 2, well, 2 I have never spoken to personally. One I had spoke with on the phone very briefly several months ago, maybe even a year or 2 ago. I don't really remember. But these are people I don't have regular, consistent contact with, that we go for long periods of time that we don't contact each other, and our only contact may be through Messenger, just shooting each other a message on Messenger or a comment in passing on Facebook. But now I will say, right now, if you're looking for something from me on Facebook, the Lord has me pulled off of Facebook right now. I do use Messenger. I'm allowed to use Messenger, but he wanted me off Facebook. So if you're wondering where I'm at on Facebook, why I'm not posting anything, that's why. But what I want to get back to is understanding the importance of these ladies contacting me, because they each contacted me separate times, different days, people that I do not have regular contact with, both confirming, all three confirming things that I needed confirmation on from the Lord. And two specifically, I had prayed for confirmation. I had specifically prayed for confirmation, and they were the answer to that. I think I'm going to cut this off and we'll talk about that just a little more, because I want to say a little bit more about that, but I don't want these videos to run too long because it takes longer to load, and I know two people don't have a lot of time to just sit and listen to a lengthy video, so I try to keep them brief. But the main thing I want you to take away from this video is that we are in the time of the upper room, the time of waiting for the infilling, the time of coming together in one accord. And we will discuss the one accord and how that is happening. I see evidence of that happening even now in ways that I've not seen it before. And I will be back in the next video. I love y'all. Bye-bye.